Hello students, this is Nilofer Mees, your SS teacher. Today we are going to continue with chapter 20, Disaster Management. In our previous video, lastly we saw about the riots, and now further our next paragraph. Terrorists sometimes hijack a bus, train or a plane to get their demands met with for releasing their accomplices from jail or for other demands. This I told you in the last video also. They bring pressure by taking the passengers into custody. In such circumstances, the family members of the persons taken as hostages should maintain peace and support the working of the administration. Of course, it is hard, but you have to do that. In such instances, plans are implemented to relieve the citizen either by commando operations or through the talks with the terrorists. Okay, now comes our daily problem, which is traffic problems. We have seen vehicles plying at a snail's speed and very close to each other on the roads of large cities. Just now it is happening on our bridge also. We have to run our vehicle on the snail's speed. So slow. This situation is called a traffic jam. When the means of transport come to a halt on the roads, the traffic problems occur. Such a situation occurs frequently on the busy roads of larger cities. The vehicular traffic comes almost to a standstill during peak hours of commuting. At such low times, the vehicle drivers, travelers and pedestrians experience mental stress. Of course, we are in the mental stress when we are in this situation. We are standing in the traffic and we can't move. It takes time to control the situation or to restart the vehicular traffic. Smoke from vehicles and other dirty things create air and noise pollution. This affects the public hygiene of that region and also the growth of vegetation. Growing urbanization has created the traffic jam problems in almost all large cities. There is a long queue of vehicles. When those vehicles which undertake relief work and rescue operations are stranded over the road, people lose their life. Stranding of 108 ambulance. For example, it means ambulance is also not getting the way to move from there. Increase in traffic, negligence of drivers and due to the ignorance in understanding the signs and symbols put along the road cause many accidents every year and many people lose their lives. Death rate in India is very high due to the accidents on the roads. Sometimes a victim of an accident may become invalid permanently. Incidences occur in newspapers frequently about the accidents caused by minors driving a vehicle. On the highways, big disasters are caused due to heavy vehicular traffic and uncontrolled speedy vehicles. Accidents occur at unmanned railway crossings are the result of undue haste or ignoring the instructions shown there. Heavy traffic causes loss of time as well as fuel. If timely effective steps are not taken, advanced planning for traffic management and dedication to observe them are not implemented, then it is going to create risk of lives in the days to follow without a doubt. Now, what to do in such situation as we are coming in this situation daily? Develop suburban townships near larger cities and connect them intensely by facilitating public transport systems. Separate tracks should be prepared for pedestrians and cyclists. Encroachments on the roads must be removed. Vehicles going at a very low speed or the vehicles pulled by men or by animals should be banned during peak hours. Information regarding the traffic rules should be conveyed to the citizen through the educational advertisements and public awareness programs. People going to their job place or business at the same place during same time should arrange for carpool instead of going by individual separate vehicles. Digging and repairing work along the roads should be completed immediately. A tradition should be developed to take out the processions, marriage processions or religious processions during lean period instead of peak hours of vehicular traffic. At the time of traffic jam, keep your vehicle in proper lane. Don't change the lane again and again. Infrastructure like express highways, overbridges, flyovers, ring roads and bypass roads should be developed. Every person going for the job should invariably use public transport at least once a week. Use seat belts while driving a car. Provision of heavy penalty should be made for the drivers who are drunk, who do not have their driving license, who drive recklessly, and for those who violate traffic rules. Now, what not to do? Do not violate the traffic rules. Very old vehicles should not be used. Transportation of goods should not be carried out except for night time and early morning. Do not deface the instruction boards, signs or signals on the roads. These are meant for vehicle drivers. You have to follow those rules. Do not alter the design of the vehicle. Do not use cell phones while driving. Do not drive a vehicle without putting on the seat belt or the helmet. A wayfarer crossing rails or roads should not use earphones or cell phones. Do not enter into arguments with persons who control the traffic regarding their instructions. Guardians should not allow their minor children to drive vehicles. It is prohibited by law. Do not join a mob and obstruct the relief and safety work at the place of an accident due to your inquisitiveness. Okay, so these things should not be done. Now, impact of disasters on human life. Disasters affect almost everybody, but its maximum ill effects are felt by the poor and underprivileged people. The effects of disasters can be grouped into 4 categories as under. First is effects on relief. There is a heavy damage or a total loss of movable and immovable property. Infrastructural facilities like roads, railways, bridge, electricity, gas, telecommunication facilities, etc. are heavily damaged and cannot be restored immediately. Loss of fertile agricultural land due to floods is also a loss which cannot be compensated even after a prolonged time. Now, its effects on human life. Many people either die due to a disaster or become permanently handicapped. Health of common citizen deteriorates. Those who lose their relatives are in intense trauma or desperate. It is difficult to bring them out of the trauma. Situation of many orphan children and elderly people becomes very awkward when their support is lost. Their rehabilitation needs very intense efforts. People have to face many difficulties in life. Okay, these was the effects on human life. Now comes effects on economy. A huge capital has to be created for rehabilitation work after a disaster. It affects the routine developmental work. Due to shortage of capital, the completion of projects is delayed. A problem of unemployment emerges till the industrial units are reactivated. Economy of disaster affected area becomes weaker. So this was on economy. Now social effects of disaster. Migration or fleeing away by people affects the social structure of the area affected by disaster. It means people are moving from here to there, they are changing their living places. Social festivals and public celebrations become uninteresting compared to earlier time. As we saw in 2020, we have not celebrated any of the festival like we were celebrating earlier. It takes many years to restore the original charm. Social organizations become weaker due to the changes in social network. Rehabilitation after the disaster. At the time of a disaster, first comes the rescue operation, followed by compensation or relief, and lastly the rehabilitation, which differs according to disasters. Many buildings have to be reconstructed after an earthquake, flood, or a cyclone. New employment has to be created after drought, and provision for farm implements has to be made in agricultural field. After viral epidemics, programs of mass education and public awareness have to be arranged for safety in future. Rehabilitation work has to be carried out under many obstacles since infrastructural facilities are damaged. It is difficult to rehabilitate a family where there is 1 or 2 survivors. If the services of a psychiatrist is not provided timely to persons under trauma after witnessing a disaster, it may bring adverse results. training and employment are necessary to those survivors who become handicapped permanently. Thus, the rehabilitation work after a disaster is a very challenging one. It can be fulfilled only through proper planning, implemented step by step. So this was your chapter 20, disaster management. Hope you understood it well and now you will implement on it. If you are having any doubt, you may call me. Thank you. Have a nice day.